All right, so we did a thing. We bought a van. Now this has been a dream of mine for quite some time now, and super stoked to finally make this happen. And so that this is relative, what the van is, it's a Dodge ProMaster. It's a 2500 high roof, 159 wheelbase, not extended. And what we've decided to do is we're going to pretty much document this build, if you will, or this van life. And what I mean by that is we're going to kind of start with the minimalistic way of life when it comes to van life. And something else to clarify, we're not 100% van lifers. We're weekend warriors at much, but we can progress to being 100% van lifers. But for now, weekend warriors. And so the idea that we have is we want to give you an idea depending on what your ideas are. If you're thinking about it, if you're thinking about what you can get away with it, maybe you do want to check out from the minimalistic point of view what you need, or I mean, at least in our opinion, what we need to just get by for a weekend. And then we're going to gradually progress with this build, incorporating bath, shower, cabinet, platform for a bed. So for now, I'm going to show you what our setup was for this last weekend. This last weekend was our first trip out. We actually took it to the Kern River, enjoyed the hot springs, went to the lake, went to Kernville. It was such an amazing time. It was quite surprising what we were able to get away with. We didn't pack a whole lot. We brought a little Windmaster stove. I'll show that right here to show you exactly what that is. Let me show you what our layout is that we use for this weekend. Starting from the back of the van, right here we have the bed. What this bed is, it's a twin inflatable mattress. Again, keeping it super minimalistic. And on the side of the bed right here, I have a kind of emergency starter for the car. I don't really need it with the new van, hopefully, fingers crossed, but I did need that for my Subaru, with a flashlight. And with this van, everything is bungeed down, as you'll see as we walk right along. Right here, shovel. This is the pump for the mattress. And then I did also have some chairs in here, but I actually took the chairs out because we're home now. And in this bin was to hold all of the, I guess, our shower and bathroom stuff right here. I'll get further into this. This is a bin for shoes. This right here was for all the bedding, the mattress, blankets, pillows, and whatnot. And so I kept this, and then we actually had one more bin, and that had all of our food and coffee and stove, and that was right here. And I kept this right here. Again, this is our layout that we had once we got to the location, because on the other side of this bin, we have our toilet. And go in here, let me see if I can open this with one hand. Yeah, so here's our toilet. Now, we didn't have to go number 2 at all, but we did use this to go number 1. Well, she did, my girlfriend Stephanie, and she used, I don't know if you can see this or not, it might be super blown out here. Let me take this down. So she used this funnel, and with this funnel, she basically just sat on this. We didn't let it go in here. She pointed that funnel into this little pee bucket right here attached to our jerry can. So that's the bathroom situation. And she did okay. It was her first time using it, and she was a little nervous, especially the fact that we were in the same room in the van. But again, that's why I kept this for a little bit of a divider. So that worked perfectly fine. We have this jerry can full of water, and that was pretty much it as far. Oh, one more thing. This is our little clothesline, because we did go to the hot springs in the river in the lake, and so when we set up our van and we were sleeping, we just hung up our stuff, and this actually worked really well. We left the windows open. So that's the general layout, not the general layout. That was the layout for the van. And one thing that I did forget to show you, a dustpan. Now, with this dustpan, very essential, because with van life, whether it be a weekend warrior or full-time, you're gonna get some dust inside. Well, I guess that's depending on where you go, but we found this to be very useful for cleaning up our tracks. But we're trying to implement a rule as far as no shoes in the main portion main portion, the cargo area of the van, the living quarters, if you will, but you can wear shoes up front in the passenger and driver seat. All right, with all of that said, what's next? So what I'm waiting on right now, I've already ordered 2 fans, and I wanted to order 2 fans for ventilation purposes and temperature control and keeping it relatively dry on the inside. So there's going to be a fan in the front and in the back. The fan's going to be above the cooking area because we will have a cooking area. And then the other fan's going to be above the bed. And what I have planned for the bed is to put a full bed going across lengthwise so that it doesn't take up too much room within the van. I think it's around 76 inches from this little notch right here to the other notch on the other side. So I'll figure out a platform for that. In addition to that, I'm waiting on one more thing for a shower. So the shower that I have, it's not going to be a full stand-up shower, but it's going to involve a kiddie pool, curtains, and a bug spray bottle, hose, and nozzle. So stay tuned for that. I'll definitely be putting that on there for a DIY shower solution. But yeah, so this is going to be really fun. I hope you do enjoy what we have to show. So there's going to be a lot of DIY projects involving the van in addition to travels. And don't worry, there will be haircuts and beard trims in the near future. So I hope, whether you've been a part of the channel for quite some time now, or if you're new and you just saw the title Van Life in the title, so you're new to this channel, that's what's going to come. I hope that you found this video useful, perhaps intriguing. If you did, please go ahead and give this a thumbs up and maybe even consider subscribing if you aren't already. Until next time, peace! We out.